Hello, folks. I wanted to come to you all with an interesting little idea for Extra Life donation raising. We've so far, as of recording this video, hit about $1,450, which is awesome. $1,450 so far, which is really, really great. 5,000 is definitely still a bit of a ways away, and so I thought of trying to offer up some incentives to hit these goals. The first one, coming at $2,000, will be the one I'm mainly going to showcase in this, would be, in essence, a philosophical drinking night between myself and a very good friend of mine, Ed, who you may know as Kalosh. In some of my videos, I may have made reference to him in other ones. But Ed and I are very, very good friends. One of our favorite things to do is to get a fantastic bottle of scotch or whatever and simply sip the night away discussing different philosophical thoughts. Everything is complex, as the origins of the universe, to is time an illusion, to what is the American dream, how can we help our education system, to why did Star Wars The Old Republic start to fail, and what's happening to video games today. So we cover a wide breadth of things just to whatever. It's, really where our conversation goes, kind of just depends on the drink and the mood. And what I thought would be really interesting is that if people wanted to submit talking points or questions or things like that, and you would get a streamed video of Ed and I basically enjoying our drink and talking back and forth. Some of you out there may have that drinking buddy who you like drinking with. Other ones, may not have the drinking buddy, but just friends that you like to talk with, where it's a very natural chemistry. That's kind of what Ed and I have in terms of just talking and having a really good time. I've talked with him about this, and he'd be really, really excited. A little bit of an info on him. Ed is a professional musician, singer, but more trained towards the Broadway opera classical. Is an absolutely incredible handyman. He built a workshop in his backyard. He converted his garage into his, a family room. So he's done a lot of that. He is happily married with 2 kids as well. So he's definitely much wiser than I am in the ways of life, just in terms of what he's experienced. But just to give you an idea on that, and I thought it'd be really neat that you could submit different talking points, and then I would not only record our talk, but I would also stream it live. I probably wouldn't interact with the stream at all. It would probably just be him and I drinking and having a good time talking. But, I'm not sure on that. But I guess what I bring to you guys is that if you make a donation or if you've already made one, submit a question to me. If you could include your name, that would definitely help. I obviously can't promise that we can get to every talking point, but we'll try to hit a number of them and just ramble, really. You'll kind of get to see a good drinking night. There's a lot of Greek philosophers and other philosophers who will pride themselves on, an interesting quote. I don't even remember where I heard it, but there was more wisdom in the bottom of an empty bottle, surrounded by friends, than there is in all the libraries of the world. I forget exactly who said that or if that's the exact quote. It was something along those lines, but just the idea being that it's kind of a very fun, open talk. I would like to keep it somewhat not super serious. Not everything has to be super serious, but try not to ask very silly, stupid questions that you know what they are. I mean, have you ever had a threesome? We're not going to talk about that. But I mean, even stuff of childhood questions, or is there any great questions from your childhood, or how did you get to where you are, or if you want deeper, more philosophical. Obviously we can't get to them all. I'll look at all of them ahead of time, and I'll try and get an idea as to what we can kind of go around, and if it's really successful and it really works out great, maybe we'll do it again. I know he's really interested in it. But that's what I'm looking for the $2,000 mark. So if we get to that, we will, if we get to $2,000, we'll do that. I will give more information on it later, but to give you an idea of what I have at least planned right now, tentatively, is $3,000. I plan to stream a live Dungeons and Dragons with my crew. So I know a lot of people have shown an interest. The Bardic Gaming thing, I apologize, really didn't work out with schedules and things like that. But, it just trust me, that the time constraints and everything, with me switching jobs, it just didn't really end up working. I know there's probably a lot of sad faces about that. But to see a live D&D campaign, and we'll try and act as if there is no camera. So, just to see us eating and drinking around the table and kind of sharing this fun experience, and you can kind of see our crew. If you've ever wanted to see what a live D&D session is like, that would be it. $4,000. Cinevera will be coming up to visit me in August when I have my first 24-hour stream scheduled for August 19th, I believe is the date. During that time, if we can hit $4,000 there or sooner, I think a lot of people would get a good kick out of it. She's agreed to it, and I certainly will as well, of We Just Dance. To watch Cinevera and I do... There's the Avril Lavigne girlfriend dance, which I think would be fantastic to watch. And, obviously I'll make a total ass of myself, but, it's for the children, right? But, I thought those were some ideas. If anyone else has some other things, and I will continue to do other things. I will continue to constantly stream for you guys, constantly try to raise money in that way. But just to give you some milestones of $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 marks, and 5,000 obviously being our end there. But that's the big one that I'm looking at for here, guys, is this almost Q&A or talking point discussion between a very good friend of mine and myself. And you'll kind of just get to sit in and enjoy and listen to our thoughts of how they may start off at a certain way, and as the bottle begins to empty, may start to go a different way. I will tell you right off the bat that I will not outdrink Ed. The man is incredible with that. But, I thought that'd be a good, fun thing to do, and just kind of promoting that philosophy, and, also understanding that we tend to be very frank with things. It's never an intention to be offensive or anything like that. It's going to be what our thoughts are. And because we're very good friends, we tend to not put on the same filters that you might for a stranger. So you'll be able to get, if you have some deep questions or things like that, or you'd really want to know, we're more than happy to address them, if we have the time and everything. So, folks, with that, as always, thank you very much for watching. You can look at the link below to donate. And then, if you have donated or, in the past, or if you've donated now and you want to send me a message with just your name and, kind of what you'd want me to talk about, I can see what I can do. Thanks for watching, folks, and hopefully I'll see you at this debate. Or not really debate, but discussion. Whatever it is. I'll see you then, folks.